Hey there, it's Katie Joy, and I'm here to help you transform your life and business from the inside out. I love to help you design your life and live your dreams, and definitely help you turn your pain into purpose and your purpose into prosperity. So today I'm at the beach. I've decided to pause instead of walk, mostly because the wind is blowing and I didn't want it to disrupt the opportunity for you to hear me nice and clearly. So today I want to share with you how to create the rhythm of winning and what stops you from creating that. So one of the things that works when I'm working with a lot of my clients, and I notice with a lot of people who are going for their goals, particularly with women, we tend to really focus on that end goal, the one that's most distant away that we want to create. But when we have our focus only on that part, and because it is so far, it can really challenge the belief systems that we have of creating it. And we can tend to be focused more on the gap rather than the gains that we're creating to actually create that success. And so it ends up with a lot of internal language, a lot of conversation going on inside the head about what's missing, what's not yet done, what you haven't done yet. And it goes into a lot of judgment and negative conversation, really, to that self-talk that can really disrupt your ability to step into action and move forward. So the way to create that winning rhythm is simply to look at the small steps to your success rather than the big goal. Yes, have a massive clear vision about where you're going and what you're creating. The vision needs to be bigger than the actual goal itself, but then you're breaking your goal down to these micro tasks, these small steps that it's like running, like you're not getting to the end of the race in order to win. You have to take steps consistently, be in the rhythm of running, and every one of those steps collectively results in the win of the success crossing that line. And it's a bit like, I say this to my clients a lot as well. It's like, you want to have more money, great. Well, let's just take for the fact that if you want $10,000 a month, you need to break that down. You need to have, 1,000 times 10. You need to have 100 times 10. And then you need to, for every 100, you need to have 10 times 10, and then for every dollar even, you need to appreciate every cent within the dollar to make a dollar, the 100 cents, right? And so it's just breaking it down to another concept of being aware of the collective of what it takes to get into the rhythm of success and moving forward to that and celebrating every single little step along the way. I'll give you an example. I know that I haven't always focused on the little steps. I've often focused on the big win in my life, and it's taken a lot of work for me to overcome a lot of the negative self-talk. And it's that negative self-talk that will really disrupt you or prevent you from taking the action required to achieve your goal, because it'll limit you according to the beliefs that you have that are containing you and constricting you around what you believe is true or not true for yourself in your life. I can definitely work a lot deeper with you into transformative results, but not over this video. So I'm going to share with you the concept and some little strategies to help you move forward today. But I do hope that I get to work with you sometime now or in the near future in my programs online or my online coaching group trainings, or even one-on-one, where I can really help facilitate your rapid transformation to break through those limiting beliefs and replace them with more empowering beliefs so that you can succeed. But let me take you back to a time when, and by the way, this is a continuous work. It's a continuous process. It's not something you do once and is done. In fact, the more that you become exposed to achieving your dreams and being ambitious to really set some really big goals for yourself, the bigger the goals, the more junk inside your head rolls up, and the more junk inside your body rolls up to the surface to be dealt with. And that's why it's so important to have the tools to be able to not only clear those energy blocks, but break through those limiting beliefs and empowering and have some strategies that you can use to create new empowering beliefs, and also to be in alignment with your goals and your values and your making sure that it's in alignment, authentic alignment with you. So I know, for example, that a lot of my goals processes in the past, a lot of it came from this desire, this deep root desire of being loved and proving my worth, rather than actually coming from a place of, operating in a sense of, I know I have innate worth and innate value to offer to the world, and I'm just going to give from that place as I expand myself. in the past, I used to come from a place like most people do, of a deep core belief of I'm not enough, I'm not loved, and I'm not safe. So we would do things to we would do them out of lack of authenticity. That would be like people pleasing and perfection, and making sure that you are doing things like in accordance to other people's rules, or society rules, or family rules, or cultural rules, or religious rules. And those goals, while they can still be achieved, you'll know that they're not your authentic goals, because you'll get there and you'll say, well, is that it? It won't have the deep fulfillment or satisfaction that comes with living in authentic alignment with your soul goals, but also celebrating all those steps along the way, because you have a healthy mindset going on where you are empowered with quality depth of beliefs that allow your body to be energized and joy and bliss and love every single day, so that you are embracing the rhythm and the music and the tune, if you like, of the process of achieving your goals, rather than just holding your happiness off till the end when you achieve it. Because if you're in that mindset, that's a core indication that the core belief that is rooted behind the goal that you're choosing to achieve is very much about proving yourself that you are enough, proving yourself that you are worthy, or proving yourself to someone else that so that you can be accepted and not rejected. And that's a really painful place to be in. It's deeply unsatisfying, it's exhausting, and it manifests as burnout, it manifests as stress, it manifests as physically in the body of numbing yourself out, so you become overthinker, and your way to solve your problems is overthinking, and thinking your way out of it. And that's just not the answer. That's not the solution. You want to be able to drop into your body, drop into your intuition, allow your inner voice, your soul, to speak through your heart, and be connected with that, so you can live in authentic alignment, making decisions and choices for the goals that you want in your life out of what is really truly deeply in alignment with your core values, your core sense of self that is so deeply in love with self and life, and has a deep sense of safety and connectedness with self, the world, source. And so that you're coming and operating from a place of intuitive guidance, rather than from the head and trying to think your way forward. And while there is power in thinking, and cognitive development is amazing and it's important, but it's not to be in the driver's seat of choosing your goals. Your heart needs to be there. Your heart needs to be the one that makes that first step. And your head is the one that then gives you the strategy to move forward, but your heart and your soul are going to guide you. And here's the key thing, is celebrating every step along the way, so you can be in that rhythm of winning and really cheering yourself on. I remember, in my early years when I was in school, I so desperately wanted to prove myself, my value to my family, particularly my dad. And I had been given an integrity bribe, if you like, of earning $10 for every A that I brought home in a report that year. And I remember before I got the first semester report that I got a science result back with 98% out of in it. That's out of 100. So it was amazing. And I was so excited, pedaling home with so much excitement in my system, just imagining in my head of how much praise I'm going to get and how worthy I'm going to feel, and just be excited and connected with my dad, and finally feel like I've earned it, and the first response that I got from him that I remember is, what happened to the other 2%? And that deflated my sense of wanting to move forward and do more a little bit, only temporarily, because then my head kicked in and goes, oh, well, maybe I have to be more. Maybe I have to be perfect in order for me to be enough, to be loved, to be validated. And so when I did get my report 2 weeks later with 5 A's and 1 B, I was a little nervous about that B. And sure as eggs, my dad's response was focusing on the B, which wasn't, I don't believe that it was anything of malice for him. I think it was just conditioning, as it is. That's the challenge. We're all in these programs, these conditioning of how to be and how to, and operating in these thought loops that keep us limited. And until we do the work, it's not our fault that these happen, right? I know for me that spent years not celebrating the little things. I was focused on being perfect. I was focusing on people pleasing, and I was totally in negative self-talk about my value, and I'm not enough, and I'm not lovable, but I would just work harder and harder and harder. But it wasn't my fault, and it wasn't even my dad's fault. But it is my responsibility to take care of my life and reprogram myself for success, reprogram myself for empowering beliefs. And the same thing is for you. If you've had life challenges in your life, which I'm sure you have, you're human. Then if you are wanting to create the rhythm of the winds, then the first step is, yes, you need clarity of a vision and your goal, and you need to break those goals down into micro goals so that you can move forward. But then you also need to be reparenting yourself and reprogramming yourself with the wins, and celebrating and honoring yourself with that praise and that love and that joy and that celebration and that amazing connection with yourself that maybe is very common for a lot of people that are pursuing goals, is because they're looking to connect with something, that's something missing. Well, here it is. The solution for you is to be able to step in and reconnect with yourself, with self-love, and really priming your body and your system with reprogramming yourself with new empowering beliefs. And it starts with clearing the headspace with the negative self-talk and divorcing all those negative lies and stories. Tony Robbins, one of my favorite mentors, is divorce the story and marry the truth. And so it's really about challenging those thought beliefs that are caught in loop patterns around you, which this is why I do a lot of my coaching and mentoring with a lot of my clients, because it's very difficult to do that for yourself. It's very difficult to see behind the conscious veil into the subconscious mind of what is driving you for your root beliefs and your core beliefs that are driving you to take action or not take action. So one of the steps that I'll give you today, whether you purchase my products or my online courses, or you can go and grab some of my Self-Love SOULutions book. That's a really great one to be able to get you connected with some of the strategies to really fall in love with yourself and connect with that connection with source, connection with self, and reconnect with your intuition. But here's one of the strategies I'll give to you today to leave with you to take action on, is be willing to witness the thoughts. Put you in the witness box to witness your thoughts and object, Your Honor. I object, and challenge each thought that comes up. You want to make sure that you are really challenging the thoughts that you've been operating by, those deep beliefs that you've been even in a deep conviction by, that if they're not serving you, which if you're stuck or in procrastination, if you're self-sabotaging, if you're in negative self-belief, if you're comparing yourself with others, if you don't have what you want yet in your life and you feel pretty yuck about it, well, then those are all very big clues that you've got lots of self-limiting beliefs going on. So grab a piece of paper and allow yourself to witness those thoughts. And the best way to do it is go for a walk, move. This is a continuous process, by the way. Like I said, the more that you are creating your life, the more that you are opening up and expanding. We have so many wounds to heal or beliefs to break through to be able to recreate the operating system to be more empowered and programmed for success. So move the body so you can actually witness and experience the energy, let the energy flow. And then when those thoughts come up, either write them down or capture them on audio and witness them. Don't be afraid to actually say them out loud. So many people get caught up in this, oh my God, if it's not positive, I can't say it. Well, BS on that. You want to be able to name it so that you can call it out. And then when you actually give it a voice and you give it attention, the amazing thing that happens is it'll actually shrink, it'll contract, it'll look so much smaller than what you've been making it out to be, this mountainous monster in your head, when you actually give it some attention. And then you can say, you know what, that's just not true. Like, I know for me, I've had lots of challenging beliefs in my life. I've been a paramedic, I've been married and divorced, I've been in some great relationships, I've been in some dysfunctional relationships, I've had I've got great friends, I've got some friends that have betrayed me, and all of those experiences, it's very easy to go into this, oh, I'm not enough, I'm not valuable, I'm not likable, I'm not lovable, there's something wrong with me. Now, all of those are negative thoughts, and they're not empowering at all. In fact, they cause you to shrink and contract and hide. They cause you to hide and not take action, right? I've been there, I've done it, and I'm still, even after the last 3 years where I am recovering from a traumatic spin of a domestic violent relationship, that I'm actually really grateful for, in the essence that it helped me return to connecting with myself again for self-love, because it was a contrast of what love is not. And so it allowed me to really connect and re-investigate, if you like, what are the beliefs that have been operating my system for me to make those choices, for me to allow those situations to happen. And, you know, what is it that I was thinking so that I can basically divorce those or delete them and recreate some new empowering beliefs that are going to serve me at a higher level and other people too. And operating now, in the past, I would be operating from the over caregiving factor, and I'll do another video on this one specifically because it's a huge topic, but over caregiving, over giving, but really truly from a place of seeking to be validated, to be enough, to be of value. And then there was this subconscious unsaid contract that was looking for the reciprocal, like you should meet my needs too. But when I woke up to being aware of, oh my God, I was actually doing that, and that's, you know, one of my clients, she admitted to doing that too, and she used it. She goes, oh my God, I've been an emotional terrorist, and I'm like, that's a fabulous word, because really it's this real passive aggressive emotional terrorist action on self and others, and it's really destructive. It's really harming. It's not helpful at all. But instead now what I do, because I discovered those beliefs, I was willing to look at them, I was willing to challenge them and willing to reprogram them. Now, instead of over-giving to seek value, I absolutely believe that I am fundamentally innate valued from birth. I'm divine being of love and light, as are you. And you need to believe that. But what does it take for you to believe that? What do you have to be willing to let go of in order for you to allow yourself to believe that in your personal operating system, so that you can then be operating and making decisions from, I'm innately valued and I'm sharing that value with the world. So when you're giving, it might still appear as being this abundance of giving, but it's not coming from a subconscious contract of I'm giving to take. It's just, I'm just giving because I'm a fountain of abundance and love and light, and I've got so much value to offer the world that for those that are willing to seek and connect and invest in themselves, whether it's time, money, or energy or focus, then those people are going to connect with that as well. And I believe that's true for you too. So there's obviously some activity going on fairly close by. I wanted to just share with you today about the rhythm of the winds. If this has been valuable and helpful for you, then please subscribe, like, tag a friend, share, drop a comment below. Let me know that if there's any comments or questions that you have around this, or about any of the programs that I offer, or how you could possibly work with me one-on-one. And I'd love to read your comments and connect with you. I thank you for your opportunity of spending time with me, connecting with me, so I can share my value with you. And my intention is to help you manifest more of your dreams and your desires to live your dreams and your ideal life. So much love, light, and manifesting lots of magic. And I'll see you on the next video or podcast.